is this? What is this? ¿Qué cosa? Early underscore J? Yes, 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 yes. No, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. What is this, the table? It might be the table. All right, all right, all right. I got a solution. Ready? Let's just turn the whole monitor setup just a little bit to the right. Yeah, that's it. A little more to the right. You're early. Buongiorno, Lucino. How are you? You're early. Do you? I mean, I can go. I can leave if you want. Watch any of the SLS rollback. Yeah. No. No, I did not. I did not. It did not. I did not. I did not. But this was linked a second ago. Look. Mem. Holy moly. Yep, all in lowercase. The DLC is not until 1 hour away. We have time. So, yeah, that's the first stage right there. That's the first stage. That's the first stage doing supersonic retro propulsion. Oh. That's the first stage doing supersonic retro propulsion. She's safe from doing supersonic. No, not she's dead. That's the other thing. Sorry, that's the thing that was on my phone. Check this out. Look. She's safe from Ian. Finally, you stay far away, Ian. Far away! That's what I got with the SLS rollback. Sorry, I'm freaking checking it back and forth. Ian the Hurricane, you stay far away from here. You hear me? Far away. Also, what is that? Hello. Is that what I think it is? Is that what I... The Lucia Cube images. Oh my goodness. Frick yo couch. Buy another one, you rich melon farmer. Frick yo couch. Also, holy moly. Yep. Jonathan. Why? Wow. That is a hell of an impact. Jeez, man. I still like it during the press interview last night, and somebody asked, is there any pieces of the satellite left? And the guy under his breath was like, nope. Nope, it's gone. It's vaporized. Yep, nope, that's gone. It looks like it's a picture of a picture of a picture of a picture of a picture. Yep. They load up Dart with C4. I think this was a kinetic impactor, Tessa. So rods from the god style. Yeah, so, okay. We're here to play hearts for a little bit. Now, here's the thing, fellas. I think I remember how to play hearts, but before the DLC doesn't come out for another hour. So I was thinking we'll play hearts for a little bit, and I'll remember what I'm doing. Floating, I see Floating and Bauxy, you guys are here. I think I remember, I was watching, after I logged off last night, Remo and I were watching another streamer, we were watching Italics play, and I think I remember how to do it. Is it bad if, and this is nothing against Italics, but is it bad if I'm like, no, don't do that? Like, I was like watching him play Hearts, I'm like, no, don't do, like yelling at the TV. Like watching a sporting event. No, you're not supposed to do that. Don't do that. What are you doing? Is that bad? No, Alex is a great Hearts of Iron player. I think just like any other person that shouts at a television or a sporting event, like shouts at a sporting event on TV, really doesn't have any idea what they're doing. Just kick the bloody ball! Oh, frick off! You became the viewer, not saying a word. You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth. Oh my god. How many times? Dude, I don't even want to know how many times that's happened. I don't even want to know how many times that's happened. Wow, Hearts of Iron and not Haster Blan. No. The new Hearts DLC came out. It's coming out in about 60 minutes. I must have missed 60 minutes. Okay. Didn't pay much attention to the new edition, so I'll learn alongside you. Yeah. F1 got an update too? Oh. Frick. Dude, there's so many good games come, like, just all kind of... It's because the holidays are coming. That's why so much stuff is coming out. Well, bonjour there. Buongiorno. Element, what's going on? On the 4X stuff, there's a new space 4X called Terra Invicta. I keep hearing it get called the basically but not really Expanse 4X game. Solid game. Good bones. But it needs a little UI UX work. Just came out yesterday. Oh, it's got good bones. Somebody's been buying houses. Grab Shark. Got that home improvement bug. That's got good bones. My house has good bones. I feel personally attacked. But also, yes. Nope. Yep. I know that Mike Holmes home improvement speak. Speaking of personal attacks, did you guys... I just showed it a second ago, but I still find it very, very funny, so I'm going to show it. She's safe for me in the pineapple. Finally, you stay far away, Ian. Far away! You stay far away from this place, Fry Man. You understand? Sawyer, what's up? How you doing? Today we beat the crap out of some countries which shall not be named. I don't know. I would never hurt. I did not hit her. It's not true. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, hi, chat. What's new with you? How's your chat life? F1, okay, so F1 Manager 1.8 brings tire performance changes, AI improvements, and more. Wait, they actually... Wait a minute, Tessa. You're telling me that a game released and there were some problems with it and they actually fixed it in a relatively timely fashion? I don't know what to do with my hands. What do I do with my hands? I felt like I was on a spaceship. Do you guys want to know something that was really funny? When we got raided last night and I started talking with my hands, we got raided from Adrian, who's a huge Italian STEM streamer, right? Like bigger than me, right? And we got raided by him, and all the Italian people were like, hey, you can't talk with your hands. I'm like, well, about that, man. There's this thing. Oh my god. I'm like, well, I'm a little embarrassed. How does it feel? I'm like, yeah, well, guy, let me tell you. Let me tell you, your boy. This is awkward, man. You see my the internet popped before I post forwarded it. So hoping this means that it will get. Oh, the Hermes full scale mock-up is being. Oh, very nice. Please tell me you dropped the gabagool. I said. I know some guy was like, it's pretty racist that you're doing this all the time. I'm like, yeah. What if I'm Italian? Then what? I got no response after that. But EJ's the Italian American though. So hey, Midge, you did not. You can't, just because I've been here and I'm third generation American, okay, doesn't mean that you get rid of millions of years of evolution, okay? That's not what that means, okay? That's not what that means, right? You can't deny that. That's like denying science. In the patch, updated behavior of back markers in slower moving cars so they move aside more effectively when required. Blue, they actually fixed it. Blue, they actually fixed it. They actually fixed. Oh, dude, there's not enough time in the day. Wasn't my intention. Midge, we don't take too kindly to intolerant types around here. You best start promoting peace and tolerance. What time is it dropping? Does anyone know? DeVito, about 50 minutes? 55 minutes. 55 minutes? Yeah, I can math. All right, so I was figured, before the DLC pops up, we will, I'll get the clickbaity thing out of the title here. Let's see. Practicing for new DLC. Okay. Top of the morning to you, midget. I got my dirty bean water. You're playing the new update now. It's definitely an improvement so far, but I've still seen a couple issues. Okay. I mean, Tin, that's amazing. I'm really happy that Frontier is actually listening. I mean, I had a feeling they would. All right, are we ready? Hot bean water is amazing. Yep. Yeah, Taradra, Frontier made F1 Manager, believe it or not. Yeah, and they're actually fixing it. Drinking the good old bean juice. Got my dusty leaf water. It's all good. All right on. She got a purty little mouth right there. Oh, I thought you meant Hoy. No. Hoy is Paradox. Yeah, Marco Spoyman. Very nice. Very nice. That's a great picture. Look at... Oh. Okay. Yep. That's probably not safe for work, but also, Ian, you stay far away from here. You hear me? Far away! Yeah, Midge, hey, I throw dusty leaves into bodies of water. They're just not in a cup, all right? It's just a body of water, all right? That's just how that works. Real men drink White Claw.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Yeah, I read all that, I swear. Yeah, we'll go with that, Midge. Yeah, sure. Hey, Grinkle, 37 months. Oh gosh, it's been a lot. It's been a while. Last time I played Hearts was February. I stopped playing it because, it's fun when countries invade countries in this game, but it's not really cool when we were doing that in real life. White Claw watered down with LaCroix. Oh, Midge. I don't know, Tess. I don't think that's... I think that's a sweeping generalization. Quick German game, probably the easiest to catch up. We all saw that Russia run. We don't have to tell. You don't have to tell us why you stopped. Yeah, that was fun. Until it wasn't. Yeah, yeah, that was. Yeah, Joe, right? I see it, Hearts of Iron 4 as an outlet for the take over the world desire. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we were doing pretty good there in that save. Yeah, I may have gone a little overboard. Will you play Italy when the DLC comes out? Yeah, I think so. That was a little loud. All right. Yeah, we did, we were doing pretty good here. Would you at least invade Mongolia? No, every time you try to invade Mongolia, dang Mongolians try to tear down the wall. No, Mongolia likes us because we killed every single one of their enemies. Hey, wait a minute. What is this? Should we just keep going with this? We'll keep going with this save to relearn everything. I freed Tibet. I did free Tibet, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's also that. Yeah. That's a lot of freedom. Yeah, we're free people. Yeah, and oh, I remember now. Yeah, see that place? We just went around that place. We don't need to go there. Just go around it. Yeah, I mean, Stalin wanted another front, so I decided, okay, we'll bring another front. But he died before I could bring that last front, so... I mean, why go this way when you could go this way? Duh. A subject may soon raise its autonomy. Egypt? That ain't my problem. Yeah, there's not much I can do about that. Oh boy, I gotta remember how to do this. Ah! Caught you, you filthy swine! You got involved into a land war in Asia. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that, what the heck was I thinking here?
Ready to move.
Ready to move. Yeah, the problem is that Egypt is not mine anymore. This was all ours. And then the tides of war changed.
Ready.
Oh man, there's just they had no infrastructure up there.
Listen up.
War never changes. Yeah. Iceland? What the hell's going on here?
Yes, sir.
Were we trying to invade? Oh, shnikes. We're winning. We're not winning. What was I doing over there?
Listen up.
Alright, let me try going that way. Oh, that was quick.
Orders.
Alright. Yeah, I gotta remember how to do this. Alright, we got good supply lines there. What we were trying to do is cut their supply. So we cut off the Trans-Siberian Railroad. That cut these guys off, I remember now. But we needed to build up the infrastructure as well. We have doctrines available, but our doctrines are maxed out. The doctrine is exactly what we want it to be, so...
Attention. Listen up.
Gotta eliminate them from over there. They have that port right there. We should wipe these guys out. They're woefully undersupplied. So, okay, fellas, little back brief to the Hearts of Iron. Hearts of Iron is kind of like it's kind of like playing Risk. I would say it's like a really way more intense version of Risk. So you have troops, and you know you can do all these types of modifiers to troops. You have division templates. You have a bunch of stuff. But long story short, when you look at a battle, these guys are battling these guys right now. So these guys are having trouble getting resupplied. See the exclamation point with the boxes? They're having trouble getting resupplied, but their organization is better and they have more guns than these guys. These guys also aren't getting resupplied. They have a lot of guns, but their unit organization is bad. So if you go and look, when you're fighting, those are the two big bars that you have to pay attention to. Your unit organization, so how effectively you can fight, right? And then how many guns you have. This is a logistics game on top of a fighting game. Think playing like StarCraft and Risk all at the same time. Yeah, it's a grand strategy game. You handle everything. So, like what I was saying before, if we go into supply chains, right? See all these guys? The red, that's no good. They don't have a lot of good supply because we're fighting in Siberia. But with the Germans, I captured the Trans-Siberian Railroad. I captured their supply. So all of these guys are not going to be able to resupply. My guys can resupply, but they can't resupply very well. We still have access to infrastructure. They don't. I literally cut them off in the Siberian tundra. That's what I was trying to do. You have to really be careful with logistics and stuff in this game.
Orders.
It looks like we did take that. We did take the tile.
Orders.
That's good. The Battle of Attrition. Yeah. So the other thing that I'm doing is I'm backbone building crazy amounts of infrastructure here in Asia, so we can fuel this ridiculous war effort that we have going on here. See, they're on that port right there. We got to be careful, and we don't really have that good of supply here through the railroad tracks. But I think, how do I make tracks again? Yeah, here we go. Yep, we've been building out ridiculous railways here. The bigger the number on the railway line, the more supply it can move. See, we have a bottleneck right there. That one needs to go up to 5, so these guys can get resupplied. Every once in a while, you have a supply depot. And the supply depot can move, depending on how you have the supply depot set up, you could set it to the motorization level. You could set it to trucks. If you set it to trucks, the trucks will be able to move around the local tiles with trucks. Okay? And they'll be able to resupply better. We have a supply depot over here in Krasnoyarsk, but there's no connection, which is weird because there absolutely isn't. Oh, they're repairing it. Yeah, they're repairing those tracks. The easiest way to get supplies is to build a level 1 port. Yeah. Fortunately, we're in a battle in here. So, here, let's try to send these guys in here, see if we can get that rail line.
Orders.
We outnumber them big time, and these guys cannot get supply. We should be able to steamroll them here. Like, if I just attack right there, we attack from multiple directions on that tile, we will take it. Look at their unit organization. The org is going down really, really quickly. See? Hoth? More like Kolth, am I right?
Ready to move.
So we should be able to basically swing this whole thing around and get to the Ural Mountains out here and then push into Central Europe. That should be doable.
Commands.
Hey, Chief.
Commands. Attention.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I have Marines over here that were trying to amphibious attack the British Isles. With Hodges right there, we gotta get them. They have to resupply. Their organization is caca. Yeah, they were. Yeah, Max, they were. All right, so we have 4 and 3, and we have 7 right there. These guys,
Ready.
they're getting slightly resupplied. What about airplanes? How's the airplane doing? So one of the things with the new DLC that I'm really looking forward to is an airplane designer. That's going to be fun. Airplane designers are going to be a good time. We need to get a nice encirclement going here.
Attention.
Where's the supply link here? Yeah, not ideal for them. They have a port right there. If we can capture that port, we should be good. We'll try to two-prong them. We'll try to two-prong them right there. We're attacking from 3 tiles on 1. 3 tiles onto 1 is... We should be favored here, but I think they might be entrenched.
Pushing them back, sir.
Yeah, they're holding pretty well. Yeah, they don't want to give up that port. That port, though. Yeah, see these guys? Yellow exclamation point means they're very low supply. The supply rate of replenishment is quite low. Yeah, we're attacking with tanks into the mountains. All right, hold.
Come on, move out.
Hold that attack. Yeah, Flatgate, I saw it. I saw it.
Ready, sir. Orders.
Oh.
Ready, sir.
Take that tile. gonna try to take this tile, see if we can encircle. Are we watching the Dark post-mission press conference for Space News? I watched the post-mission press conference last night, Blackness. Like right after the mission.
All in.
See if we can connect up this railway.
Ready. Attention. Orders.
Alright, let's send these divisions north here, see if they can get them going. Any news for orbital change? New game? Nick, this is a... Hearts of Iron is a game I've been playing for a good while.
Listen up.
I stopped playing it after February 24th of this year for a pretty obvious reason. It's a grand strategy battling game. It's fun, dude. Yeah, right now I'm playing as the US, and post-World War II, with my US playthrough, got a little crazy. The Soviet Union actually lost in this save. I did not bail them out.
Ready to move.
I did not bail them out. I did not. So I beat Japan, and Germany beat the Soviet Union and Europe, and now I'm duking it out with Mustache Man. But we are quite literally whooping the Germans' tail in Asia right now. It's feel kind of bad.
Listen up.
Yeah, we're pushing them on this front here, and then
Yes,
these
sir.
guys, they don't have much good supply here. So let's see if we can get. Oof, there's nothing up there. I remember now. I remember why this is the way that it is.
Attention.
I'm not sure if I have supply planes in the loop here. Let me see what I have in reserve. We have a bunch of stuff. Supply planes would be down at the bottom, I think. Yeah, no supply planes. We have a ton of F-86s though. Losing trains to enemy airstrike logistics. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I gotta set some of these supply depots to trucks. Some of them are still set to horse. What are our factories cranking out? Like, when I say this is grand strategy, I mean it's everything. You have to focus on everything from the gun factories to the units that... You have to make sure you're making the right guns for the right units and stuff. It's pretty insane. And the new DLC should be coming out in about 30 minutes, and I want to check it out because it's got an airplane designer. That should be fun.
Discovery.
Somebody had fun. Holy Toledo. See? We got a supply depot in Irkutsk and Krasnoyarsk. So, we should be pushing them back. They got no supply out here. We should be able to just push them right up. Right up and out. It's down to logistics. Yeah, that's why this game is fun, man. It's a logistical engineering game. Have planes on air superiority so you could build armored trains for better survivability. I honestly have no idea how to do that. I totally forget how to make that happen. Let's see if we can get a new unit up there. I gotta have a pre-existing one somewhere. Those are bombers. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, we're a little low. If it says 1 out of 100, that means they're not doing well. Yeah, air superiority, interception. That's what I'm trying to do, Nuggets. I'm trying to push north and encircle these guys. That's a lot of troops down the toilet.
Attention.
Yep, see. Moving that front there. The Germans are retreating on the, this peninsula, Kamchatkin Peninsula, that's what it is, sorry. We do have some territory cut, which is good. But I need to push them out here, because those guys are resupplying from that port. Oh man, I gotta remember, there's so much, dude, there's so much stuff. You gotta handle the planes, you gotta handle boats, you gotta handle logistics, ships, troops. Oh man, this is, yeah, I forgot how crazy this actually is.
Orders.
Undefended. They're reconsolidating because I took their supply lines. This is where we gotta be careful. The bulk of the German force is down here. We just gotta make sure that we reinforce up here and there's no push.
Ready to move.
There's so much stuff and there'll be even more in a couple minutes.
All in?
Yeah, I know. It's pretty sweet. Oh, we got an airborne division right there. Patches airborne. We might be able to drop behind enemy lines here, but you got to be careful when you do that. The airborne division can paradrop, but they need to have DC-3s, C-47s to do it. Do we have C-47 construction? We do. We have Strat bombers. We have B-45s, B-29s. I'm making a ton of F-86s because we're basically in the Korean War era. We have artillery, amphibious tanks for the Marines. We have half-tracks, tons of trucks. Okay. We are pretty much winning on the front, which is good. These guys don't see the yellow exclamation. They don't have anything to reinforce because I took their supply line. I took the Trans-Siberian Railroad.
Orders.
Why are we in the Korean War era? Because this is Korean War era technology in real life. There's no Korean War in this.
Listen up.
We didn't have any Korean War because I took all of Korea in 1945. It's a good job that Italy was always the tutorial nation with a bit of everything to probably get you back into it. Yeah, yeah. Passing, I know I'm not managing this front correctly, dude. I know I'm not. Yeah, yeah, we're not managing this exactly right. I'm rebuilding all of the Philippines. We had a nasty fight with the Japanese through here, just like real life, but I didn't stop. I just kept going. I flattened Japan, though. It wasn't just 2 nukes. I flattened that place. Yeah, I remember now. That didn't end well for them. No, it ended great for us. Like,
Ready, shut.
war crimes? No. That fish Jenga? No! Alright, see the train? We gotta take these tiles, but they have panzer divisions right there. Do you like Korean or Japanese culture? Both, JSDN. I like Japan though. Japan's cool, but I don't hate our Korean bros either. They're cool. The South ones. Seoul is a very beautiful city from what I understand. I've never been there. I have been to Tokyo though. Tokyo is about as awesome as everybody says it is. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's a pretty cool place to be. Yeah, there's a reason why people like Japan so much. You have concerns? Oh no. What are you concerned about? Don't even worry about it. Oh, we don't have fuel research? Oh, well, I guess we should do that, huh? Is there anything else in this tree that I think we maxed everything. We got nukes, we got rockets, we got all the planes. I think we were just leveling up some stuff with the ships, but we got all the good artillery, all the good tanks except for that. We don't need that. I have basically M48s. I have M48s fighting against these dudes. Oh yeah. All right, we can upgrade the maintenance company. Basically, at this point, fellas, I've confused the game so freaking much. It's playing Soviet music when I'm taking over Siberia fighting the Germans as the Americans.
Ready, sir.
We're fighting. There's huge Navy battles going on here. Anytime you see the ship with the skull, that means we're losing stuff. Anytime you see anything else, that means we're winning. Yeah, nice. Our submarine sunk some Spanish supply ships. How now, brown cow? Okay, we don't have air superiority in that region. I have nukes. We have 7 nukes. 7 nuclear warheads. There's a nuclear tech tree, and yes, yeah, it does. It does stuff like that. You can build up nukes, but what I'm going to try to do is see if we can push them back off this tile to cut the supply off with the train tracks. And see if we can encircle these units down here. Get a good encirclement bonus. If you encircle another army, they'll basically fold real quick. It's playing the defense of Moscow while you're in Siberia. Yep. Kirov reporting. AK-47s for... No. Thompsons for everybody! You have given me shoes! Yes, I have, son. How do you like that freedom? Alright, we're retaking the Kamchatkan Peninsula. Alright, how are we doing with unit construction? Yeah, it's all coming back to me. It's all coming back to me. Yeah. Yep. Man, the Senate and the House really like me. Recruitment and deploy. We have a lot of motorized divisions being trained at, trained at Leonard Wood. I may or may not have set up my infantry training areas right where they really are in real life. What's the new DLC? An airplane designer and a new Italian tech tree, Frosty. It should be coming out in about 20 minutes.
Attention.
Yeah, see, they're going to try to move south here to reinforce, but we're going to move in there. We just got to be careful. We can't push when there's low supply. I'm here for the airplane designer. I'm not going to lie to you. Oh, yeah. The Germans have Focke-Wulfs like crazy. They have 4,100 Focke-Wulfs and, 4,100 running air defense. They're shooting down bombers left and right. I'm going to send these guys to a different spot. We'll send them up there. See if we can get an airfield up on the front here. There is a supply depot there. I'm not sure if we're going to win that fight. They have a supply depot there. They'll be able to reinforce those 2 panzer divisions, but we have the upper hand here. Because motorized. I have anti-tank built into my unit division template. Have you tried the tank designer yet, Hab? Yeah, I have. Yeah, tank designer's awesome. Yeah, they reinforce to the south right there. So anything that's green is where we have air superiority. Now, we don't have air superiority there. They're bombing us from somewhere. But who cares? That's not a big deal. We have air superiority basically on all the fronts right now. But we do need to consolidate down here. We might want to build out some anti-aircraft because we don't have air superiority. We don't have air superiority down there. Not even close. So you guys can just go over there. And then you guys just... Everybody just go there. Because the majority of their forces is there. They're trying to defend Iran. The Germans are trying to keep the oil. But, yeah, I'm not going to allow that. Yeah, we're not allowing
Let
that.
them have it.
Let them have it.
Move out.
See if we can pin them to that template. So I'm going to pin that unit there. I'm going to attack here. See if we can encircle, and then that unit will get bogged down. Their organization's in the toilet. How are we doing up here? We are doing very well. Sir, the German army is in full retreat. Well done, Commander. We should be retaking the Kamchatkan Peninsula here. Peninsula? Hold position.
Orders.
We'll assign one division there. I just assigned that division to a front line here. What happens is the AI is getting confused because their front line is over there.
Ready.
So I keep telling you to attack. They attack, they take the tile, and then they try to go back. We don't want that. Where are we strong? Yeah, these guys, no supply, no nothing. Mustache Man is kind of leaving them hung out to dry here. If we can make it to the Urals, and we can make it to Magnitogorsk, we're good, because that's where the train tracks come through. See the tracks? We need to kind of push this way, and then run alongside the eastern side of the Urals. And if we can do that, we can cut this army completely. Because the tracks go through the low parts of the Ural Mountains right there. Yeah, we gotta be careful. Okay, so another thing here. See how this is pointed? The arrow is pointing that way? That arrow on that thing is showing who's attacking and who's defending. They are attacking me right now, and I'm holding. I'm holding their defense because it's green. If it's yellow, it's a push, kind of a stalemate. If it's red, you got a problem. The arrow is green pointing towards me, which means I'm successfully holding off an attack. And each attack here has a... not an RNG thing, but you do have the numbers games going on here. You could see what's going on. So I'm being attacked by Agustin Munoz Grandes, a Spanish general. And he's attacking Leslie McNair. And they're holding them off. So look, their organization's going in the toilet. So what we should do now, we successfully held off that attack, we should counterattack them. If we counterattack that offensive right there, because they have low organization, they have to regroup because their attack failed.
Move out.
We can counterattack and we should be able to take stuff.
Keep on moving.
Now they keep trying to attack us, and their org and supplies are going down.
Ready.
Hit him.
Move out.
Hit him again. See? They're not able to attack enough, see? They keep attacking and we keep holding them out.
All in.
Hit him. See if we can hit him. We're pretty damn well equipped and we're pretty damn organized here. We should be able to counterattack. There's a Vichy French unit and a German mountain division holding off the attack. They're holding. Now we're counterattacking, and we're not doing too well, despite... Oh, we drove a unit off. When a unit goes off the tile like that, that means they got their tail handed to them. They still have 4 well-equipped units there, but they're well-equipped, and we are hitting with a tank division, which is not... We're not going to do too well. In the mountainous regions here, the tanks don't do well.
Keep on
But...
attacking.
See, we lost, and now that motorized division is falling back off the tile to regroup. We really should get some mountain divisions down here, but I don't know if there's any local mountain divisions in the area. These are heavy tank divisions here. If you guys look at my unit template for heavy tanks, I forget how to do that exactly. We're producing these monster freaking tanks that are... They're basically an M48 on steroids. The M48 was basically the tank that the U.S. was going to field to replace the Sherman in World War II, but they never got it done in time.
Orders.
All right, we got another battalion up there.
Listen up.
We got a battalion here
Yes,
out of Leonard Wood. I'm going to set them here. They need a commander. We need a commander with good skill. Now, whoever you choose to command them, it depends on what type of unit you're doing. Some commanders are better at doing certain things. Like, okay, Simpson right there is an infantry officer who has good defensive skill, decent attack, planning speed for assaults are good, and his supply consumption is okay. Vandergrift here, 3-1-3-3. That's better, but he would need to be an attack unit. So I'm gonna put him in here, and then we're gonna train these guys up. The guys come out of the gates at level 2, but if you train them, right, you do a lot of battle training here in the US, right? Which is what we do nowadays in real life. You can level them up. They could basically go to OCS. Like that's the equivalent. It's like officer candidate school, basically.
Listen up.
Uh-oh. That one damn German division. You can filter production line with the check marks above the production line unit list. Yes, you're right.
All in.
Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I'm basically gonna take these units here,
Ready, sir.
and I'm going to assign them to this front right here. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. We're gonna take those 24 units, and it's probably too much, to be honest with you. It's probably too much to tell them to attack here, but I'm gonna assign them to that front, and they will move over there. And we should be able to hit them.
Ready to...
There's Patton. Patton has a heavy tank division, because Patton favors the tanks. Extra Marine Supply Game, Naval Liaison. Vandergrift is, he likes invade. Okay, he's invader. We'll give him pluses to amphibious, even though he's not commanding amphibious divisions. We should be able to get through there. I wish there was a setting where you could play Hearts of Iron and make it easier as far as granularity. A little more risk and less micromanage every single thing. I mean, yeah, I guess. I understand.
Orders.
Oh, Maverick got shot down. Oh, no. Alright, do we have any fighter planes available in the reserves here? We have A-20s. Lots of attack planes. We need air superiority fighters here. We have tons of Avengers and tons of Devastators for my Navy. I haven't even checked to see how the Navy's doing. They should be doing okay. There's an F-4A1 P-38 scout plane. F-6, which is a P-51 scout plane. There's all the stuff left over from fighting the Japanese. Here we go. Okay, these guys need to train up. We'll train that F-86 division. And see if we have a more experienced division to get up here. You guys get up here and move to that airbase and then attack there once they're moved.
Listen up.
You guys attack there, see if you can encircle that one unit.
Ready to move.
And then you guys see if you can pin to that tile. Yep, they fell back off the tile. We're gonna take Mangistau right there. And we've pretty much reached the Caspian Sea here. We have to get the Caucasus. If we can get through to the Caucasus, we can take their oil. And if we take their oil, they're screwed. Pretty much real life. What happened in real life. The Germans in real life when they attacked the Soviet Union, they attacked in 3 groups. There was Army Group South, Central, and North. North tried to go all the way up to St. Petersburg. South was trying to catch the Caucasus, and Central was trying to push to Moscow. Problem is, well, they invaded in late summer, which did work, and they made great advances. But then they got bogged down. They got bogged down in the fall. Because in the fall, all this... It gets really mucky in this part of Europe. It gets really mucky and gross. There's just mud everywhere. And you kind of have to wait until it freezes. When it freezes, then you're good to attack, but they moved too far. They moved too far too fast. They couldn't reinforce. Soviet Union, they spread way too thin, and the Soviet Union started picking and prodding at them. The big turning point in the war was right here in Stalingrad, where the German 6th Army got encircled because they made it all the way. They made it all the way to Stalingrad, and they tried to push across the river, and then winter came. It didn't work. They tried to keep going. Then they got pushed back, and then the Soviet Union pincered them. Georgy Zhukov, a general of this in the Red Army, notorious general in the Red Army, he decided not to counterattack right through Stalingrad, but go this way. They went across the river up here, and then they went across the river down here, and they pincered the 6th Army, and the 6th Army ended up folding. Yeah, that entire army got wiped out. Like, I think, like, out of like 50,000 guys, like maybe 1,000 made it back to Germany. Yeah, they shot most of those guys. Yeah, or sent them to a prison camp. Yeah, Joe, I don't know what the exact number was, but it was not pretty. It was closer to 250,000. 6th Army, yeah. And then so instead of falling back, right? Instead of falling back, that douche nozzle right there told them to hold because he wanted them to hold the city for the morale importance of holding a city with Stalin's name on it. They didn't. They just kept attacking. They kept attacking, and they kept attacking, and then they got pincered, and then they kept even trying to attack when they were fully encircled. And the 6th Army commander literally went down with the ship. And that was the end of that. After that, they kept pushing, and they kept pushing, and they kept pushing. The South front collapsed. But what Army Group South was really trying to do is get the oil down here. There's a lot of oil in the Caucasus right here. A lot of oil. And that's when the Germans figured out that surrendering to the Soviet Union is not a good idea. And that was in 1942 in Stalingrad. That was a major turning point in the war. We want to try and catch the Caucasus too, but we're coming from a different direction. In this scenario, they won at Stalingrad and they kept going. And the Soviet Union folded while I was weeding out the Japanese here. I never opened a second front. I kind of told the UK to go frick themselves. Sorry about that. Don't worry, we're coming. We're just taking the long way home. That's all. Yeah, brutal battles on this part in this part of the world during World War II. Brutal. But yeah, if we can nail their oil down here, if we can push through here and get to the Caucasus without screwing ourselves up too much, we'll be really good. We'll be in really good shape. We did get all the way to the Caspian here, which is good. I think, yeah, these guys are desperate on supply. Where's the train tracks? Train tracks are right there. So if we can... they're really heavy in that area. We do not have air superiority. This is where their concentrated forces are. The AI has a lot of concentrated forces around oil. There's a lot of oil in Iran as well. Like this whole area right here around the Caspian Sea. We got to be very careful with that.
All in. All in.
Yep. I have my divisions be getting reinforced up here. The real thing is, if we can amphibious assault Kamchatka, the Kamchatkan port, we should be good. But yeah, I don't know. How are we doing with Navy here? Yeah, we got them dead to rights. Those guys can't reinforce because I have the waters where the port is. The Sea of Okhotsk. We have that basically on lockdown. So these guys don't get very much resupply down here. Unit org is too low to advance.
All in.
Hit him. Actually, hold that command.
Move
Hit him
out.
there. Go around. See if we can encircle. Remember, you have nukes. Yeah, but I don't have air superiority in the places where I really want to drop them. Except up here. Do we have air superiority in that area? We have Novosibirsk. We should be able to upgrade the airfield there. Novosibirsk does have an airfield. Let's, Okay. Okay, not bad. We just gotta be careful. Ooh, that's where the big battle is going down right here in the on the Kazakh steppe. We just fought through the Kazakh steppe. Hey, Paul. Shift click to build max. Yeah, I remember now.
Yes, sir.
We have an airborne division up here. What's the cost looking like over here? Here, let me see if I can get some scout planes up, see if we can go figure out what they're doing. Yeah, see, it's coming back to me, dudes. I remember now. I remember how to do this. You gotta be careful. We have some P-38 scout planes. Send them there and take the scouters and move them to that airfield in Novosibirsk and then move them over there. Yeah, we took Baikonur. Yeah. At this time, though, the Baikonur Cosmodrome was not it was just becoming a thing. The Soviets before Baikonur launched rockets out of Kapustin Yar. That's where their early rocket program was. Just like our early rocket program was like, it wasn't necessarily Port Canaveral. We were launching stuff out of Wallops. We have free civ factories. Free civilian factories is for building infrastructure. That's pretty good there. We could tell them to build a supply hub up here. Supply hubs do take a good while to make. So what we'll do instead is build up Novosibirsk. And then we want to build up on the Caspian here as well. Let's put a big base in Uzbekistan right there. A lot of it was Nevada. Yeah, it really depends, Joe. Like, it depends because, like, dude, a lot of people think, like, oh, you know, the Bush League, like, armchair general way to look at it is, like, oh, we stole the Germans' tech. But the reality of it is that we really didn't want the Soviets to get it, right? We didn't want the Soviets to get the tech. We were already developing rockets and jets. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Brits were the first people to make the jet. The Germans were the first one to put it into combat, right, with the Me-262. But the Brits were not far behind with the Gloucester Meteor, which was a fantastic plane for the time, might I add. We already had a bunch of rocket programs going. Yeah, there was... It really depends, like, what time frame are we talking? If we're talking about 55 of the United States, Von Braun with the Army Ballistic Missile Agency was making the Redstone, right? That, we know that. Everybody knows that. But the Navy was also working on Vanguard. And the Air Force was working on Titan at the same time. Those are three independent rocket programs from three branches of the military. The Vanguard program sucked. That thing was a piece of junk. Yeah. the Redstone rocket was good, and Titan, well, Titan is Titan. The last Titan rocket launched at the U.S. in 2005, so that should tell you everything you need to know about how good of a rocket that was. Be sure to build a few Caspian Sea monsters. Yep. What is the largest naval harbor in the United States? There's two of them. There's East Coast and West Coast operations, Paul. The harbor at Norfolk, so Norfolk and Newport News, that's where they build aircraft carriers. They build the carriers there. And that is the East Coast base of operations. There's a gigantic base there. Like, it's ridiculous. And then on the West Coast, there's actually a couple. San Diego, Coronado, where they shot Top Gun, is the big one. That's the West Coast base of operations. There used to be a pretty big base in Los Angeles. Now that base is literally where SpaceX picks their Falcon 9s up off the West Coast and brings them back to land. There used to be a gigantic base in San Francisco, but that they decided they didn't need that. And then there was another big Navy base up in Bremerton, which is over here. There still is. It's not that big. It's not as big as it was, but the big one is Coronado and Norfolk. Those are the huge Navy bases. On the East Coast, there used to be a big Navy port in my hometown. There used to be a big one in New York, and there used to be an even bigger one in Philly. Philly still has a Navy port, and they still do naval weapons research there. But yeah, these Navy bases were supporting styles of ships that really don't fight anymore. Like New York and Philly were battleships. Boston did a bunch of battleships, but Boston literally made like all the heavy cruisers. That's what Boston was known for, heavy cruisers. We made Baltimore, Des Moines class, stuff like that. Any heavy missile cruisers and any big artillery cruisers, big gun cruisers, like 8-inch guns, Boston made most of them. Yeah. I don't know why, but I never considered Philly to be a coastal city. It's right up the river. It's a protected port, Joe. It's actually one of the oldest ports in the United States, along with New York, and Baltimore's pretty old as well. But yeah, in real life, oh yeah, dude, there's a huge honking Navy base there. Like, I can show you real quick if you want, while we're doing our thing here. Let me bring the goggle earth down here. If you go up Philly right here, you go up on the, up Delaware Bay. That river is actually quite big. It's this river right here, the Delaware River, is huge. That's the Philly Navy base. They still use the Philly Navy base for weapons research. And they also have mothball fleets in there because it's a protected port. Yeah, you see there's two Tycons right there. Those are Ticonderogas. Those are cruisers. Missile cruisers. They have the older VLS installed on them, see? That's why they don't use them, because they're old Tycons. There's some USNS resupply ships right there. More old troop carriers or logistics carrying ships, and it looks like there is a destroyer over here. I'm not sure what destroyer that is. And testing cloaked destroyers. I don't know what you're talking about. Those look like kid-class destroyers, if I had to guess. I mean, dude, we got ships coming out the wazoo, dude. It's kind of nuts. And then if you go up the river here, there's a really awesome museum ship, the USS New Jersey, which is the longest-serving battleship in U.S. history. The New Jersey served from like 1945 off and on all the way to 1992. It's a battleship with missiles. It has tomahawks on it, which is really cool. In the 80s, they modernized the Iowa battleships. They basically took all the old World War II stuff off of it and replaced it with modern weapon systems. So if you look, this thing, instead of like carrying anti-aircraft Bofors attachments, there's Sea Whizzes on it. There's 20mm Vulcan cannons on this thing. Two port, two starboard. And then there's one up front, and then there's one in the back too, which is unbelievable. Tomahawk missiles. They had double barrel 5-inch batteries on the side, but they didn't really use them that much. And then the 16 inches we used to shell targets. This thing was used in Vietnam to shell stuff off the coast, and it was also used all the way up until Desert Storm. They did a lot of work there. Yeah, the Battleship New Jersey YouTube channel is unreal. It's a really good channel. They talk all about all the different museum ships and stuff. Really, really cool. these units over. Oh, no, we encircled them.
Orders.
We have that unit encircled there. They got no place to go. We still have more SIP factories to build out more infrastructure. Let's see if we can beef up the tracks going up here. Where's the supply depot? The supply depot is there. Here, let's see if we can pincer them right there. See if we can get a leg up there. If we can take that supply depot, this local area will collapse. That supply depot is moving supplies all the way down here. We have another opportunity for encirclement right here. Whose troops are these? Omar. Okay, where's Bradley? Right there.
Yes, sir.
That front is kind of split. Let's expand the front to make sure we don't get encircled there. The DLC is out. Cool. All right, guys. You want to keep going with this? Or you want to check the DLC? I think we should check the DLC. We are moving through Siberia there. We wiped that unit out. You go down here, take that. So what's the new DLC about? They have a new Italian tech tree. There's a new Italian tech tree, drummer, and there's a new airplane designer that I really want to check out. Focus tree, yeah, focus tree, tech tree, it's the same thing. The airplane designer is really what I'm after. It is, it does cost money, yeah. Oh man, dude, we're doing so well here. I kind of want to keep going with this, but all right, we'll maybe we can play this with the DLC, you know.
Listen up.
The tax write-off, indeed. Did we take that supply depot? Nope, we didn't get it. Didn't get it. They have that damn railway gun there. Really being a thorn in our side. Where's the supply depot? Yeah, see, they're defending up those supply depots something fierce because they don't want to lose them. We got to be careful though now. It's winter. There's minus modifiers everywhere.
Ready. Move out.
Ooh, they pushed through the front right there. All right, anyway, you know what, dudes? Let's check out the DLC. I just saved the game, so... I mean, I could sit there and play this thing all day. So, we'll restart the game, get the DLC loaded up.
Discovery, go at throttle.
We are synced. Hey, Argblue. All right, so the DLC should have come out. I did buy it, so checking out the new DLC. There's this thing about loading the DLC into an already existing save. Sometimes it makes things go a little wonky, so I'm not 100% sure we should load up that US save. Let's just say we were going to beat the Germans. We're definitely going to beat them. What do you want here? Oh, grand strategy videos. Oh, you guys want me to watch the tutorial, huh? You know how much I love doing that. I just like going in and figuring it out, but... You kind of want to try the Italian focus tree. It's pretty fun. Okay. They're the only class of ship in naval history to have the same class of ship made before and after them. Some Waltz, that is. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they made Arleigh Burke. They made Arleigh Burke Flight 2s before them and then Flight 3s after them because the Burke is a great design. It's a really good system. But eventually we're going to have to upgrade if we want to stay ahead of the curve. You know what? We don't need to watch the tutorials. Let's just go. Just go in. Just go in and have some fun. I work on one and they're pretty sturdy. The Burks, Frosty? Burks are a good design. That's a very well designed ship. I'd be remiss to say that I don't dig the Zumwalt though. I think the Zumwalt looks like what a 21st century destroyer should look like. I love the concealed gun batteries and the concealed VLS on it. I think that's so cool. But I mean, it turns out when you scale up to make 1,000 of those things, and then you end up only building 3, when there's inevitable teething problems, just like any other big engineering project, yeah, everybody they get kind of a bad rep. You might want to check out the videos. They updated a lot of stuff. There's new stuff you might want to learn. Fine. If I have to. All right. What videos should we watch? That's the naval changes. All right, let's start with that, I suppose. The Zimwalt architecture went south, though. What can the guns do? Yeah, well, it's because they were scaling. Just like with SLS floating, they were trying to build you know how I say you need to make more of those things to get your money back? We only built 3 Zimwalts and then said, meh, now we don't need to do this anymore. It's too expensive. We all know how that ends. Oh, we don't need to make F-22s anymore. They're too expensive. Let's replace them with F-35s. It's not just NASA that this stuff happens to, fellas. Yeah, Frosty, I got you. No, replace them with F-15EXs. Yeah. Let's keep extending the life of airframes that are 40 years old. Okay. All right, what do you guys want me to check out here? Python, what's going on, man? Considering how many F-35 orders they were getting, it was worth it. Yeah, because they designed the F-35 to also be an export fighter, which is... Okay, I see what they're trying to do. I mean, for what it's worth, I do like the F-35. I've always liked the F-35. Dude, I took so much crap from that thing, from people. Like, I took so much crap from people back at, like, 5 years ago when I was talking. I'm like, the F-35 is a great design for the money. And people are like, what are you talking about? Airplanes. I'm like, you try designing an airplane that fits the needs of every single NATO ally out there. And tell me the budget won't be expensive. Good joke. Seriously, guys, think about how complicated that actually is. Building a plane, building a modular chassis that can either be outfitted to launch off of a carrier, VTOL off of an amphibious carrier, or fight an air superiority role and fight a ground attack role. And then fit every need of every NATO ally on top of that, and also be an export fighter. If anybody can do that for under $1 trillion, please let me know, because you'd probably be needed in the U.S. defense industry. Yeah, if anybody can do that for that price and have it be as good as the F-35, yeah, you let me know. Let me know. I know people. Check the divisional command changes. Okay. Where should we start here, dudes? Here, let me mute the game for a second here. Oh, the F-15's a beast, man. Yeah, of course. Where should we start, guys? Peace conferences? No, we don't start with that. We're not starting with that. How about air changes in plane designer? We'll start with that.
Buongiorno, my name is Andrew and you might know me for my YouTube channels Uchronia and Andrew Channel, where I play several different strategy and historical games. I'm collaborating with Paradox Interactive on a series of videos to show the new features of Hearts of Iron 4 by Blood Alone. In today's video, we are going to focus on air changes and the plane designer. Using the quick deploy buttons to the airbase user interface allows the deployment of a wing with a single click.
I already like
Furthermore, the player can customize the menu to deploy single and multiple wings at once. Also, the wing size has been now standardized, so that now every time a wing is deployed, it will automatically have a size of 100, with a few only exceptions, such as scout planes. Another quality of life improvement is represented by air groups. By creating different groups, the player can access group of air wings across multiple locations around the globe, just with one click. Air changes, however, are not limited to the deployment and organization, but they affect also the combat system. The interception mechanics have been reworked so that now, when the range allows it, planes crossing several regions will cover all territory en route to their target.
Ooh.
On one hand, it will still be more efficient to focus interception missions on a singular region. On the other, this mechanic will allow gaining a less accurate but larger air coverage.
I like that.
And
Yeah,
now let's
that's really
move to
good.
another big news of by Blot alone, the plane designer. Airplanes can be fully customized in several aspects: airframes, engines, weapons, and special modules. The airframe is the backbone of your airplane. It can be small, medium, or large, and each size comes with pros and contra. For example, small airframes will allow you to customize planes meant to work on a carrier, while having a large, heavy cast will give you the chance of building a flying fortress. Engines, on the other hand, affect the new mechanic of thrust and weight. You will be able to decide how many engines and which power they should have. You can virtually build the plane as heavy as you want, but you will not be able to make it fly if the weight is higher than your thrust. All the extra thrust, which does not compensate for the weight of the plane, will be converted into speed, giving the players the chance to work on many different models based on their role. I also would like to mention that jets are now considered engines, reworking all the research and construction of those rulers of the sky. Weapons have a double role in providing attack stats and defining which type of plane will be associated with a particular design. So, the weapon assigned to the primary slot will determine the original purpose of the plane, while all the weapons assigned to the further slots will allow getting extra attack or extra missions.
Oh, that's money.
This is particularly important for all players that will experiment multi-role
Plane designer
planes.
wheat.
For example, you might want to create a cast that can also perform naval bombing, or a
Close air
tactical
support.
bomber with strategic destruction missions. Not to mention the modifiers that air doctrines might grant to each well-engineered
Oh, this is money.
aircraft. Lastly, special modules are supposed to optimize planes for certain missions, such as giving better strategic bombing, increasing the air defense of the aircraft, or reducing their cost in terms of resources. Yes, you got me right, if you're that kind of player who would build a wooden plane. Also, now planes have a new stat dedicated to spot
Did you guys hear that? Back it up.
in terms of resources. Yes, you got me right,
Listen.
if you're that kind of player who would build a wooden plane. Also, now planes
Could build planes out of wood, mosquito style. Mosquito
have
style.
a new stat dedicated to spot. This will be very important to effectively perform maritime patrol, a new mission for scout planes that will effectively support your naval warfare. Due to all those updates,
Wooden
and improvements,
P-51s.
also the research tree has been adjusted.
Wooden
and it
Spitfires,
includes now
let's go.
28 techs compared to the old tree's 38. On the left side of the tree, the players can select the airframe improvement, and on the right, they can focus the research on weapons and modules.
Cool.
Thanks for watching. The next tutorial will be about the new divisional command in By Blot Alone. So be sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss it. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Grazie. Oh, okay, Spoon. I laughed. Yep, I got a good chuckle out of that. I'll admit it. Let's see. So we just looked at the plain one. Do we have a playlist for By Blood here? Yeah, here we go.
Does Ethiopia focus?
No. Oh, that's just highlights. Okay. And it still makes trucks out of wood. There's nothing wrong with making stuff out of wood. Wood is pretty dang recyclable. So, I mean, just saying. One of my favorite planes from World War II, the de Havilland Mosquito, was made out of wood. They used coach builders to make the damn plane. Just like after World War II, Henry Ford used coach builders and a lot of carpenters to make woody wagons. It was basically him. They made woodies that, that kind of old school hot rod with the like that it looks like it has a coach built onto the back. Yeah, they did that because of material rationing and stuff during World War II. So I mean, even after they still built them. They built woody wagons. They're called, well, the slang term for them is woody wagon. But yeah, they used that because of material shortage. So they took the cars and they just made stuff out of wood instead. And they used the coach builders to do it. Those are cool cars, man. Yeah, it's all metal in places where it needs to be, and then it's wood like for the doors and stuff, which is actually really cool. Those are really cool cars. Yeah, see? They just, oh, see, I dig it, man. That's really neat. Just don't get T-boned. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Oh, dude, look at that. Is that weird or what? Dude, they'd never get away with that today. Yeah, it's very, very classy. Very classy. Oh, look at that. Nice town and country. Yeah, see? Morris did it too. But the most notorious is the de Havilland Mosquito. This is basically a twin-engine Spitfire made out of wood. Because frick you, I want to go fast. Yeah. It's not a Lank. It's not a Spitfire. But it goes faster than both of those. Yeah. Lightweight. Also stealth, by the way. Yeah. The Mosquito is in DCS. That's one of my favorite World War II planes, dude. Because why have one Merlin engine when you could have two Merlin engines? Obviously. Yeah, you can't get shot down if they can't catch you. I mean, Joe, it's the F4 principle, the F4 Phantom principle. Missiles, we can go faster than those. Dogfighting, wait, what's that? They kind of screwed up in that regard, but the heart was in the right place. Heart was in the right place. All right, anyway, let's see what the next video is. I'm trying to find where... I'm really interested more in the... Okay, so there's all the history stuff. By Blood Alone preview. Feature Stream 4, performance and modding. No, that's not really like a tutorial vid. That's just to capture the stream. Okay, peace conferences here. Let's see. Top two rows. Yep.
Buongiorno, my name is Andrew and you might know me for my YouTube channels Uchronia and Andrew channel where I play several different strategy and historical games. I am collaborating with Paradox Interactive on a series of videos to show the new features of Hearts of Iron 4 by Blood Alone. In today's video we are going to focus on the rework of the most coveted moments in your campaigns, peace conferences. When you will finally defeat your enemies and sit with them at the negotiating table, you will notice that now the screen is divided into two sections. On the right side you will find a list of victors entitled to raise their voices, and on the left you will see a list of possible requests, divided into demands and additional demands. So let's have a deeper look at all the actions that you can take during the peace conference. The first action, Take State, will allow you to directly annex a territory. But if on one end it feels good to see the borders of your empire growing, on the other sometimes you might
Sorry, I missed the first bit. Hold on.
Sit with them at the negotiating table, you will notice that now the screen is divided into two sections. On the right side you will find a list of victors entitled to raise their voices, and on the left you will see a list of possible requests, divided into demands and additional demands. So let's have a deeper look at all the actions that you can take during the peace conference. The first action, Take State, will allow you to directly annex a territory. But if on one end it feels good to see the borders of your empire growing, on the other sometimes you might find a different approach strategically more beneficial. For example, liberating a country to restore nations previously wiped out from the map. By the way, those countries will pop up in the top right corner as beneficiaries. Then you can puppet a country to ensure them in the list of your most loyal neighbors. or change the government of that country, putting in charge people who share your same
that's much more
ideology.
streamlined.
By selecting Puppet or changing government, you will have access to 4 additional demands. In particular, by demilitarizing a particular area, you will destroy all forts and prevent the construction of new ones. At the same time, enemy divisions will be not able to move through the selected state for the duration of this measure. Stuck with the resources right will give you the right to extract all resources present in a state and keep them for yourself. I mean, you won the war, didn't you? Stuck with war reparations will confiscate civilian factories and allow you to use them at your discretion. And if you're still afraid that an enemy could come back, you can use the last option, stuck with dismantling military industry, destroying all military factories in an eligible state. Last but not least, you will be able to use the option, take Navy. Once you select this option, a menu will appear and show you all the capital ships of the defeated nation.
Oh, I like that.
By claiming a capital
That's
ship,
cool.
you will also extend your rights on a percentage of screening ships, proportional to the total amount of capital ships available. Like in this example, by taking one of the 5 Soviet capital ships, I could also take 20% of the screening ships. It's important to mention that while taking the Navy and doing additional demands are part of the DLC by Blood Alone, the new system rework, including the demands Take State, Puppet, Liberate and Force Government, will be implemented in the game for free. And now I would like to talk to you about the new system of claims. For the conference, each participant will receive a fixed amount of points based on the war participation score. The calculation of those points has been rebalanced and now takes into consideration several aspects, such as the damage caused in a war on the land, skies and sea, but also the amount of material leased to the allies, or the strategic bombing. While in the old peace conference system, once somebody else claimed a state, it was impossible to negotiate. Now, players might contest other players' interactions in the conference.
Interesting.
Contesting claimed territory will come at an extra cost, and every time a contest happens, the price of interacting with that state will increase. This creates a real negotiation between all parties invested in a given state, and as a player, you have now to decide whether to go for a cheaper unclaimed land or to focus more resources and struggle for that exact piece of territory, fundamental for your further goals. Keep in mind please that in the new demand system, everything happens simultaneously. At each turn, every participant uses their point to make demands. When every player has finished making their demands, all of the demands are evaluated at once. Furthermore, each turn, all the uncontested claims become more and more expensive for all participants except for the one that pushed the demand. This means that if you want to negotiate and obtain a contested claim, you should act quickly.
Yes, Fleck.
Thank you for watching. The next tutorial will be about the new plane designer and air changes featuring By Blood Alone. So be sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss it. Arrivederci.
Yeah, puppet states are real. A puppet state, Flykin, is basically a state that a place that got conquered, and they install a government that basically gets installed that basically represents the wants of the country that conquered it. So a good example of a puppet state would be the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union was technically a bunch of socialist republics in kind of a under a pact, under a gigantic non-aggression pact called the Warsaw Pact, and they're supposed to be all equals, but that's not really how that worked. Everybody was subservient to the Russian Soviet Socialist Republic. And all of these Soviet Socialist republics, basically from East Germany all the way to Russia, were basically subservient to a one-party state called the Politburo. And that's what ran the Soviet Union, a one party. So they have a Congress, but that Congress is all one party. So, and then technically, each republic has a Congress as well, but it's all one party, and these puppet states basically do what the main Congress wants. There's no representation at the like civilian level because everybody's the same under that system, technically. But yeah, there were puppet states. East German, the German Democratic Republic. East Germany was a big puppet state of the Soviet Union. Yeah, exactly. But there's also Poland. Poland was one of the allies. Like in, yeah, Poland was a puppet state of the Soviet Union from basically 1945 to 1991. They were a huge puppet state. Basically, no representation at all, and they just did what the Russians basically wanted them to. You guys got to remember, like, a lot of people don't realize that Poland was an allied power during World War II. They were an allied power. They were allies with the U.S. and England and France. And just because of kind of the location of that country, and what happened on the Eastern Front, we let the Soviet Union puppet them. Yeah, not a high point in Allied history. But the Polish government was in exile in the UK. Yeah, they exiled to the UK along with all their fighters. Polish pilots and troops fought under the UK. Fought under the UK's flag with their own flag too, as volunteers. Yeah, Renkar. Yeah, those guys, they always get the shaft, man, which kind of sucks, but they're doing okay right now. Doing all right. Let's see. Let's check out the next tutorial video. We saw the air changes in the plane designer. Okay, division command. Let's see what this one's about. That's right, Hellfish. Yep. That's right, Joe. Yep. I mean, in World War II, the USSR was an ally as well. Yeah, they joined the Allies. I mean, Alice, that's actually a complicated part of history. The U.S. was lend-leasing the Soviet Union big time from 1939, 40, and 41. We were lend-leasing the Soviet Union, but a lot of people don't know that when the Germans invaded Poland in 1939, the Soviet Union also invaded Poland from the other side, and they split the country in half. Yeah. So we were lend-leasing the Soviet Union stuff because we wanted them to fight Germany, right? Because we wanted, we got to kill the fascists, etc., right? Like, not saying that's a bad or a good thing. That was the thing. And then in 1941, when the Germans invaded the Soviet Union with Operation Barbarossa, the Soviet Union then joined the Allies. But they were, like, they weren't friends, but they weren't enemies either. It's a weird part of history. But yeah, we ended up supplying them, and we ended up working with the Russians and the Soviets, and we lend-leased them. A lot of U.S. equipment found its way to the Eastern Front. Yeah, it's a very, very interesting point in history. They ended up being an ally, but they weren't an ally to start. But we were giving them guns, but they also weren't an ally, but they ended up becoming an ally. And then after the war, they stopped being an ally. Enemy of my enemy, exactly. That's different than, like, Italy, for instance. Italy started as an Axis power, and then the Italians decided that Mussolini was a nutcase, and they hung him from a lamppost after shooting him in the face. And then they switched sides in 1943. Yeah. The Italians have had enough of that guy's bullcrap. Not good. What's that, geek? The VAB was evacuated a few minutes ago. Emergency personnel on scene. Cassie working on getting details. Oh dear. Update from the Hamburglar. Turns out there was a small fire in the VAB in High Bay 3. Not great, not terrible. Fire department was already on site. Jeez. If you look at the astronomical quantities of Lend-Lease equipment, well, Nanas, this is what I always say. Like, if you look, like, okay, so take the Russian Ural. The Russian Ural looks suspiciously a lot like a deuce and a half, right? It looks like a deuce and a half. The thing is that the Ural, if you go back to the 375 and then you go to the 355 before that, that's a Studebaker. The Ural is based off of a Studebaker truck because of U.S. Lend-Lease. A lot of Russian and Soviet equipment is based off of American stuff because we went over there and we built factories so they could fight the Germans. We were doing that before. Actually, you know, it's very interesting because, like, you take Henry Ford, for instance. Henry Ford had the Knight's Cross of the German Order because he sold trucks to the Germans leading up to World War II. And Ford built plants in Germany leading up to World War II to supply the German war effort. And, you know, a lot of people don't like Henry Ford for that. And yeah, that's kind of a dick move. But he also did the same thing in the Soviet Union in the 20s. He sold trucks to anybody. The guy was a real profiteer, if you will. Profiteer? Let's go with that. You know, so he sold trucks to everybody. So sold trucks to everybody. No shame. You know? He sold trucks to everyone. The guy gave zero fricks. You know, it's kind of funny, actually. It's not, but yeah, Maxim would like a word. Yeah, Maxim. Yeah. Yep. You know? Yeah. He didn't care. Anyway, let's check out this new thing here.
My name is Andrew, and you might know me for my YouTube channels Uchronia and Andrew channel, where I play several different strategy and historical games. I am collaborating with Paradox Interactive on a series of videos to show the new features of Hearts of Iron 4 by Blood Alone. In today's video, we are going to focus on divisional command. In By Blood Alone, the standard method of recruiting new generals has been completely reworked, and now the player will be able to promote commanding officers to generals. Every division is created with an assigned commanding officer with a randomly generated character.
The interesting thing is that they were like, well, it's not us. You know what I mean? It's this weird pro-American thing. Sell them both trucks. Screw it. Have them fight each other. Doesn't affect us. Yeah, about that.
Their name and portrait. Those commanders will earn
Defiant,
experience and will show their record of important actions performed during a campaign. When they perform important actions such as taking a capital or a high-value victory point, they can now be awarded a medal. The types of medal will depend on the nation that the player is using, and they will also grant some bonus to the unit under the awarded commander. Divisional officers will also store experience based on the gain of the unit they are leading and the number of medals. As soon as they will reach enough experience, they will become eligible for promotion to...
It's easy, guys. All right, I got to restart this because I didn't get a lot of the information. It's easy to look at these people of the past and say, wow, they're a real piece of crap. History is usually a little more complicated than that. Just because we're in the modern era where there's 1,000 different opinions and takes on things, you know, that doesn't mean that didn't exist back then either. You know what I mean? That's an important thing. You have to look at it through the context of the time. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying that Henry Ford was a good person by any means. But to understand the context of the time, how he thought about things kind of do make sense. But once again, I'm not saying it's a good thing. By modern standards, he's kind of a dick. But I think that's always important to understand. Not just say, oh, this person's a dick. This was a bad person. You got to understand You got to understand how they came to that opinion. You know, it's like if you're watching like a superhero movie, for instance, right? And the villain in like a comic book series also it somewhat represents the difference between a hero and a villain diverges at some point. And to understand the villain's motivations, you have to kind of go back and figure out why they diverged and became a villain instead of a superhero, right? It's the duality of humanity. It's something that's really important to understand if you want to understand history in a historical context. You know, I'll take another example that's not superhero. Anakin Skywalker versus Luke Skywalker, right? Like Star Wars talks about this. That's Greek. It's rooted in Greek tragedy, if you really want to know. It's an idea that goes back to ancient Greek theater, and the idea is really that we ain't perfect. You know what I mean? It's just a really, really smart way of looking at it, you know? I'm really, really bad at this game. I can build the infrastructure, but when it comes to fighting, my troops get steamrolled. Yeah, you just got to figure out what they're doing wrong. Oh my gosh, what happened to your hair? What?
Discovery, go at throttle up.
I cut it a long time ago, Don, man. I cut it like back in July. I cut my hair right when, well, actually it would have been August, right when we moved. bald. Yeah. It is what it is, man. All right, anyway, let's listen to this one.
Buongiorno, my name is Andrew and you might know me for my YouTube channels Uchronia and Andrew channel, where I play several different strategy and historical games. I am collaborating with Paradox Interactive on a series of videos to show the new features of Hearts of Iron 4 by Blood Alone. In today's video, we are going to focus on divisional command. In By Blood Alone, the standard method of recruiting new generals has been completely reworked, and now the player will be able to promote commanding officers to generals. Every division is created with an assigned commanding officer with a randomly generated character name.
Flykin, so when factories were converted for war efforts, believe it or not, it was on a cost plus contract basis. So if they said, oh, you got a car factory, we need you to make tanks. So what they did was they nationalized patents of the vehicles that they want. Sherman tanks, Willys Jeeps, bomber designs, fighter designs. So like Boeing wasn't the only one making bombers, making Boeing bombers. Other people did. Other people did, like Consolidated. Ford made the Consolidated bombers, and Consolidated is not Ford. They nationalized the patents and they said make these things. So like a lot of factories in Detroit were converted for making tanks. In fact, there is still a Army weapons and tanks research facility in Detroit to this day, which is actually kind of cool. I don't think they make tanks there so much anymore, but yeah, they basically said, here's the patent, we need you to make this, and cost plus, they put them on cost plus contracting. Yeah, the same kind of cost plus that you see today in the space program. The reason why they put them on cost plus is because they didn't know how long the war was going to run. So they put them on a cost plus to build the factory, and the reason why they gave them cost plus is because they didn't know how much units they needed to make. So yeah, there's a lot of profiteering at the time from the big three in Detroit. I mean, Henry Ford built a brand new factory from the ground up to build a bomber he didn't even design. That's Willow Run in Detroit. I stopped there during Route 154. It was a bomber factory where Ford basically built consolidated B-24s, and he got that assembly line so streamlined. They were rolling bombers off the assembly line like every, I don't know, like 2 or 3 every day, which is absurd. That is an absurd. I don't even know the exact numbers. It was Henry Ford got that min-maxed. He was really good at playing Factorio, so to speak. Are we talking about Dart later? Yes. So yeah, that's basically what they did. They put them on cost plus contracts, and the funny thing is that Ford high bid them because they knew it's an interesting story with Willow Run. So, and Ford did this a bunch. He min-maxed the government because he liked making money, which, I mean, I get it. I understand that. So when they said, hey, we need you to make bombers, he said, all right, pay me. I'm not doing this for free. And they said, okay, what do you want? And he's like, give me the money to build a new factory and then some. And they did. And Ford literally made an entire airport outside of Detroit for building these bombers. It's called Willow Run. The airport's still there. And then he built a bomber factory, and he's like, they're like, here's the designs for the factory. He said, no, that's dumb. We're not building the factory that way. He basically made a bomber gigafactory in Willow Run in Detroit, and he hamstrung the government because they knew he was the only one that could do it. He's like, they were like, okay, how much is it going to cost to build this factory? He said, like $5 million. But for you, $7 million. They're like, why $7 million? You just said it was going to cost $5 million. And Henry Ford said, I don't see anybody else that could build this factory. Could you? You want? Oh yeah, just find somebody else. Sure, all right, screw you. And they're like, okay. $7 million, Jesus. He did that multiple times during World War II. It's actually kind of funny. He did that with Jeeps. A lot of people don't know that the vast majority of those Jeeps that you see troops driving around in World War II, they weren't Jeeps, they were Fords. Yeah, they went to him with the Jeep patent and said, we need more of these. These vehicles are great for moving like generals around and stuff. And he's like, I'm not making that piece of junk. That thing sucks. What a crappy design. 4-wheel drive? That's dumb. And they said, please just make the stupid Jeep. He goes, fine, I'm making it, but I'm not, dude, I want everybody to know which Jeeps were made by me, which Jeeps were made by Ford, because that design's a piece of junk. That thing's a piece of trash. It rusts out. It's a piece of garbage. 70 years later, that's still kind of true. If you're a Jeep guy, you know what I'm talking about. Jeeps like to rust. It's true. They really do. Anyway, so he said, fine, I'm going to make it. And you're going to pay me because Jeep can't keep up with demand. So you're going to pay me more than them to make their design. And he did. And they made Jeeps. And every Jeep that rolled off of a Ford assembly line, if you look at the bolts have Ford's cursive F on them. That's how you could tell what Jeeps were not Jeeps. They were Fords. Because Henry Ford wanted people to know that if Ford makes the design, it's going to be good. It's not going to be a piece of junk Jeep that falls apart. True story. So if you see a flat fender Jeep rolling around, if you look at the lug nuts or the lug bolts, you look at the lug nuts, you look at any of the bolts that are on the chassis, anything, if they have a cursive F on them, it's a Ford. It's not a Jeep. Thank gosh for poor 15. Yep. Former XJ owner can confirm. Yep. One B-24 every 63 seconds from Willow Run. Crazy, right? Yeah, so it was done on cost plus contracting, and Henry Ford made a ton of money. They made a ton of money from that. Who makes Army vehicles now? A company called AM General in Oshkosh, Wisconsin makes a lot of vehicles now. They make Humvees, MRAPs, LMTVs. We don't technically make tanks anymore. O-Force, what they do is they take Abrams chassis and they send them back to the factory and they refit the Abrams. Yeah. Yeah, if you look at Willow Run was nuts, dude. Here. If you look at Willow Run, it was amazing back in the day. It was a giant L-shaped factory. When I say gigafactory, I mean gigafactory. Check it out. So, offices are right here. Raw materials went in right here, and there's 2 rows of assembly lines here. And all the subcomponents were made here. Literally Factorio. It's a main bus factory. Just like in Factorio. Main bus. All the subcomponents were delivered here. All the raw materials were built here. And the chassis would roll through. And over here is all offices, right? And they would make parts, make the chassis. And then as it rolled down the assembly line, literally an assembly line for planes. As it rolled down the assembly line, right? By the time it got to the ramp over here, there'd be a finished plane. And then the testing area was over here to test the planes out. Yep. Actually, hold that thought. I don't think Willow Run was dual row. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's 2 rows here. If I'm remembering right, the production line actually started down here, and the planes came and they turned around and then went out the back. It's a giant U, actually. Final assembly was over here. Subcomponent assembly was here, and the planes did a giant U-turn right here. If I'm remembering correctly. And I know, like, EJ, if you're remembering correctly, what the hell does that mean? No, I remember there was I was reading about this thing with Willow Run, how they had a huge turntable at the back of the assembly line, and that's how I know it did a U-turn. There's a huge turntable right there, right at the end, and they used that to turn the plane around for the production line. It was a turntable, like a train turntable. And then they figured, that's dumb. Why are we using this turntable? And they just towed the plane around and around. So Willow's a giant U shape. 2U for you. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find a picture of it. The big freaking turntable that's at the end of the line. But yeah, it's here. Let's try Willow Run Factory turntable. Maybe that'll do it. No, not really seeing it. And then you want to know the funny thing? Guys? After the war, Ford's like, I don't need this anymore. And you know what he did? He sold it. He sold the plant that he basically built that the government basically told him to build for free. He sold it. He sold it to GM. Actually, I think he sold it to Studebaker, and then GM bought Studebaker or something like that. Yeah. He got paid a lot of money to build this factory, and then after the war, he's like, I don't need this. and then he sold it for a lot of money too. There's so much equity in automotive factory post-war that was intact, right? So he sold it, I think it was to Kaiser actually. And then GM bought Kaiser or something like that. I forget who he sold it to. Yeah, interesting thing on war production history there.
Name and portrait.
Hey, Shad Tiger, what's going on, man? Long time no see.
And we show their record of important actions performed during a campaign.
Right,
when they perform important actions such as taking a capital or a high-value victory point, they can now be awarded a medal. The types of medal will depend on the nation that the player is using, and they will also grant some bonus to the unit under the awarded commander. Divisional officers will also store experience based on the gain of the unit they are leading and the number of medals. As soon as they will reach enough experience, they will become eligible for promotion to Army General. Please keep in mind that they will lose the bonuses granted by the medal, but they will keep a reference in their record, like a little souvenir. When divisional officers are promoted, the experience they have earned during their field command will be applied to their experience level as a general. Furthermore, they might also begin with a personality trait corresponding to the type of division they were commanding, like armor officer or infantry officer.
Good call.
So think carefully when you pick your next young talent. You might see him turning into your best field marshal at a certain point in time. That will make his mama really proud. The players will also find a new interesting feature, unit cohesion. The cohesion parameter can be set on any frontline order and will affect how the unit controller places division across that frontline. Using a flexible frontline will allow divisions to move also from remote parts of the frontline to fill a gap, while a rigid frontline will allow troops to support only in the provinces nearby, providing valuable control of a key strategic area.
Oh, that's really
nice. Thanks for watching. The next tutorial will be
that helps you balance fronts a lot better, huh?
About the balance of power.
Yeah, I see why you guys wanted me to watch this. It's super useful.
So be sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss it. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Yeah, that's super useful. All right, what's the next one? That's Division Command. And then this is Navy changes. Let's see. A lot of quality of life fixes in this one.
My name is Andrew, and you might know me for my YouTube channels Uchronia and Andrew Channel, where I play several different strategy and historical games. I'm collaborating with Paradox Interactive on a series of videos to show the new features of Hearts of Iron 4 by Blood Alone. In today's video, we're going to focus on naval changes and balance of power. Those features will be available for free. As soon as you open the Tech tree, you will notice that the Naval Technological tree has been split into two parts. The differences with the old Tech tree are significant. The Naval tab contains hulls and tech directly linked to them. Armor techs have been combined. Secondary battery techs are gone, as they are now being researched in the medium gun techs. Naval shell upgrades are part of the gun lines. The number of techs increased and the XP reductions are gone, but base research times have been decreased, balancing the overall tech tree and making it historically more accurate.
Nice.
Talking about historical accuracy, dual-purpose guns now branch off the light gun line. They are a 1939 onward technology. Dual-purpose guns lack the piercing of a regular gun, but in exchange they provide AA. Hit profiles determine how's the chance to hit a ship. With the rework of the hit profile now, the impact of speed is no longer so significant. Furthermore, radar and fire control increase light and heavy guns hit chance. Homing torpedoes increase torpedo hit chance, and the base critical chance is overall reduced. Spotting is now mean capped at 0.01 progress per hour, so you will always be able to spot a task force after enough time. Random chance to instantly spot equal to your hourly progress. So if you have a 4% hourly progress, you also have a 4% chance to encounter a task force. Sub and surface detections for a task force are now listed in the task force information tooltip. First, joining an ongoing battle was a tricky business. This should be much less of an issue with much lower and short-lived penalties for positioning. And last but not least, strike force is now much more important. But now let's jump off our ship, admirals. There is still a game mechanic that I want to show you. The balance of power mechanic is a new mechanic which is meant to represent the struggle of the factions who lead a country. This mechanic is fundamental to Italy, for example, where the Grand Council of Fascism has the chance to balance the power of Mussolini until the point of divesting him and replacing him with one of the many alternative leaders' paths of the Italian focus tree, such as the democratic path or the monarchic path. Each decision taken in the balance of power menu will change the balance in favor of a faction. The more power a faction reaches, the more powerful its bonuses will be, but the maluses as well. So act carefully when you play with the most powerful people in your country. Every action is followed by consequences. Thanks for watching. Make sure to watch the other videos related to Hearts of Iron 4 by Blood Alone, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Arrivederci.
You're not forced to take territories after winning a war anymore. There's a bunch of new things you can do. Yeah, Metroid, we watched all the videos. I think it's time to start this game up, dudes. Let's get to it. No, not sound settings. We need to unmute Hearts. Let's start here. Start on a 1936 save. We want to play as Italy? I think Italy got a new tech tree, or a new progress tree. So let's see what happens here. All right, Yuri, have fun. Progress tree. Do it for your heritage. Okay. I guess we'll keep historical focuses on. A little bit easier. Play as Il Duce. Oh gosh, not that guy. Somebody's going to try to break the spaghetti. So, Italy, Ethiopia, and Switzerland. Play as... Launch the Gabagool. Alright. Iron Man mode. I love playing Iron Man mode. No regrets. No reverts, no regrets. Broken Noodle Gang. Oh, you done messed up, chat. No. So I selected Iron Man mode, which means no regrets, no reverts. Alright. So we have research available. Let's check out this new progress tree. Select the national focus. What do we have here with Italy? Okay. That's the old one. No DLC? I definitely bought it. Maybe we have to, like, enable it or something. Okay. I guess not. I guess it took a second to tick. Let's see what we got. Reticulating splines. Ah, there we go. Metals and rimids. Yeah, you can give them You can give generals medals and ribbons now, and that affects how they fight, which is actually really cool. Yep, okay, we definitely have it now. So, new game. Yeah, Italy. Yeah. I was gonna say, we could put on Iron Man mode, I suppose, but... yeah, if we lose, we lose. I rarely revert the game anyway. You know what? I'm not too familiar with how that works anyway, so just go with that. Alright, here we go. Alright, so let's take a look. Oh, wow, that's a lot bigger than what was there before. Holy crap. Oh dear. Yeah, it's like I was saying, O-Force, yeah. Terminal 64. Okay. All right. So what are the beginning focuses? We could work on the highways. Nice Fiat, by the way. Ethiopian war logistics, army primacy, air innovations. Okay, so we have an army, we have infantry, we have air, and we have navy trees here. That's I didn't click on that. Okay. Servizio Informazioni Militari. Okay, that's intel. Military Information Service. Undermine il Duce. Okay. Triumph in Africa. Anglo-Italian agreements. Porto del Duce. You can overthrow Mussolini and start the Italian Republic. That's kind of more or less what happened. You can also... what's the situation in Italy at this point? At this point in time in 1936? I'm not 100% familiar. I know Mussolini came to power in 1922 because he basically said that I'm going to restart the Roman Empire. That was basically his kind of thing, and people bought it. Okay. Yeah, that's what he ran his campaign on. And we are at war with Ethiopia here. Italy invaded Ethiopia in 1937 and lost. Yeah. Maybe we should fix that. Anyway, let's get our research trees starting. Yeah, we have the Carcano unlocked. Nice. All right. Our support weapons are pretty low. We do have good trucks. Marines, paratroopers, mountain divisions. If we're gonna grab Ethiopia, we really need mountain infantry, but it's 710 days to research that. 174 on those support weapons. Let's get that up and running. And then let's go into support companies here. I don't think we necessarily need armored trains. Carcano, yeah, yes, that was the JFK rifle, yes. At 11:45, a fire was reported in the VAB. Employees evacuated and there are no reported injuries. The VAB is fire safe and the Artemis 1 vehicle is not at risk. We'll provide updates as we have them. You need mountain troops when you get to Albania, too. Yeah. I think we're going to go with a logistics company here. Let's start with that. And the mountain, we already have Mountain 1 troops weed out of the box here. So if we're going with mountain troops, we want to, with mountain troops, you got to be fast on your feet. I'm not sure we should go with tanks just yet. We are going to need artillery here. Let's go with interwar artillery for that. And then with the ships, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, see? They have ship chassis. They split the tech tree. There's ship chassis, and then there's ship guns here. Do we have amphibious assault here anywhere? Transports. Here we go. Landing craft. 1,182 days because it's 1936. 4 years ahead of its time. Okay. What about airplanes? Interwar large airframe. Yeah, see, they split up the airplane stuff. There's weaponry and engines that are different off of the main tech tree. I would like to see how the US tech tree looks with the airplane designer in it. Yeah. We need machine tools. Machine tools is what we need. Okay. We have free civ factories here. What's our mill factory set to right now? How many of those do we have? Nine. We have 9 factories. We have 9 producing. 20 total. Okay. Set that up there. Set that up there. We need more guns and then we need more trucks. And then, yeah, okay. We are not making any air superiority fighters. We have close air support with that BA-65. Want some general advice? I think I'm good floating. I think I learned a lot last time. Unless it's advice pertaining to the new tree. The new stuff that they added. I think I'm okay. What's our logistics here? Yeah, we're down on weapons. We're down on weapons. We're down on airframes. We don't have planes and we don't have support equipment. So I'm going to put all of our remaining factories there for guns. And then as we build more, they'll fill in guns and support equipment because we ain't getting anywhere without weapons. So on this tree, fellas, you have stuff that's pretty straightforward. Infrastructure, roads, air bases, that's pretty straightforward stuff. Anti-air is good at shooting down enemy bombers, not necessarily fighters. Radar station gives your ability to detect and shoot down fighters faster. You need radar stations with fighters to work correctly. Military factories is obviously stuff that builds military factories. Stuff that builds military equipment, right? And then over here you have civ factories. If you have more civ factories, you can build military factories quicker. So the more civilian factories, the more goods you're churning out, the faster you can basically make everything else here. It's not just mill factories. You can make everything else faster with more civ factories. So, yeah, see, the northern part of Italy, historically, is very industrial. The southern part is very rural. So what I'm going to do... We want to spread that infrastructure around. So let's go to Abruzzo and start building that up. Maybe not all of it. So let's add a factory there. Don't know about the new stuff, but generally, if you're going past this, you'll fight the Royal Navy, so your Navy will either have to go big, go sneaky, or not go at all, for example. Well, we do have a lot of coastline, so that's why I'm favoring military, Let's upgrade Calabria there. Yeah, that's why I want amphibious. Okay. What about our supply hubs? Italy's railway system kind of is poo-poo right now. Ooh. Okay. Let's see if there's a historical focus to fix that. We're missing equipment production. Yeah, that's right. We were missing planes. We don't have plane production, but I'll hold off on that for a second. We don't have a national focus set. So what I will do, I think, first is... Yeah. Let's go... We have Italian highways. We have primacy, air innovations, naval power projection. The railways were added in the last DLC wheat, where they completely redid the back-end logistics for fighting, which is actually really cool. That's where I really cut my teeth on Hearts. That's the part I really enjoy, because it's basically playing cities. Yeah, it's basically playing cities. So what does this do? Effect Eritrea. One infrastructure. Italian. Infrastructure construction fees plus 25. I'm going with Italian highways. No divisions in basic.
Ordini.
Ordini. All right.
Si, signore.
We need. We don't necessarily need somebody that's good. So Messi, Giovanni Messi is the guy that has... He's the best there. We need somebody with good defense, though. He has good defense, but... I don't know if I necessarily want him commanding that. Where are all of our troops? Let me figure it out.
Ordini.
Alright, so we got troops in Tobruk. Got troops in Tripoli. And then the majority of our army is down here.
Attento. Attento.
All right. Yeah, it's only 35 days for that current research tree passing, so I'm gonna unpause and we'll ticket it. We'll go at 2 times speed. I like going 2x. 2x is good. So let's go down here, select that unit. We need somebody that's good. Let's get Baldassari in there, and then give these guys a front, and then give them a plan to get to the mountains like that. If you give them a plan, and they sit there and they train for said plan, that usually, they get bonuses. They get bonuses to organization. We have, and then there's the new flexible cohesion thing. We want balanced cohesion. Flexible, yeah, okay. So, first thing I'm gonna do is those guys need to drill. They need to drill because we need to level up, because I'm not gonna have us freaking fail like they did in real life. Alright, this... Oof. These generals are all pretty mediocre. Ugo Cavallero.
Ordini.
So Giovanni Messi is good at spearheading. He's good at doing that. We need to set their motorization priority to trucks here, and then we need to give them a field marshal. Rodolfo Graziani, okay? Take that guy.
Pronto.
And then
Si, signore.
he can be upgraded to org first, reinforced rate, division recovery rate plus 10. That's gonna be good. Charismatic is gonna be good in the mountains. I don't think we can lock that, okay. What do you gain by attacking Ethiopia? Because colonization.
Pronto, signore.
I'll put that dude in there. Five divisions on a spearhead, but we need them training. They all need to drill. Same with you guys up here. You need to drill. That's very important. So
Pronto all'azione.
So this guy will be for defense. We need somebody with decent defense. So let's go to Bedoglio right there.
Pronto, signore.
And then we need somebody with good defense. Frasca has good defense there. So we're going to want defense there. And then end the Christmas offensive. Our troops have stalled in the war against Abyssinia and have even been pushed back in certain places. This Christmas offensive has Mussolini privately berating the military high command for their incompetencies. Il Duce wants results now. He has therefore authorized any means necessary to repel the Abyssinians. And end this war swiftly. Gains offensive in Ethiopia, which grants the Ethiopian attack bonus plus 15 for 180 days. Gains Italian offensive, which grants enemy air support plus 75 for 180. Ethiopia gets major Italian offensive. Let's try it. Let's try for it. See what happens. These guys
Comandi.
over here. Comandi.
Comandi. Pronto. Pronto.
Alright, everybody's drilling.
Pronto. Attento.
These guys have to push into the mountains, which... We'll see where it takes us.
Pronto all'azione. Pronto all'azione. Ordini.
Switzerland is neutral, so we don't necessarily need to worry about that, but there's a lot of impassable terrain around the Alps, so that's going to work to our advantage here. Zara, I don't know, man. I don't know if we should reinforce that port, necessarily.
Ordini. Pronto.
Oh, well, he died.
Formazione. Pronto all'azione. Attento.
Okay. Put the tank divisions over there, split that front. Where are the unselected divisions? Chuck them in an
Attento.
army. I don't think we have...
Formazione.
Oh, they're in... Yeah, okay.
Formazione.
We'll put them in
Attento.
there, and then we'll set them on an area defense for the ports right here, and put those guys on an area defense for Sicily as much as we possibly can. I mean, that's going to spread them a little thin, but that's okay. We have airplanes there. Oh.
Formazione.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Avanzate.
The hell is this? How dare you?
Pronto, signore.
Hit him.
Pronto all'azione.
You too. It's a risky plan.
Pronto all'azione.
You can't fight with training units. I'm sorry, what?
Comandi.
They're not training anymore. I shut them off drill.
Attento.
The Ethiopians did start taking terrain there. We can't let them get Mogadiscio. Oh, Mogadishu. Oh, okay. I get it. We are a little bit low on rubber. Let's see if we can trade a little bit. We trade some civilian factories for import. Yep. Do we have an airfield down there? No, they took it. They took the damn airfield. Crap. That's really gonna hurt us, but it's okay.
Sì, signore. Li respingiamo, signore. Andiamo!
Oh, we can't go through there.
Andiamo!
Alright, attack there. Let me get their
Andiamo!
orders there. Rewrite the attack order over here. And see if they can move down to Desi right there.
Pronto.
Let them, we gotta wait until they're in position, and then we'll hit them with the attack.
Continuate l'attacco.
I want tacos too. Construction Sim 2022 seems very promising. Nick, I've heard nothing but good things. Wait, Nick, are you Nickade? And Universe before that? You keep changing your name, I'm confused. We have no divs in training. Yeah, okay. Hey, Badger. What's going on? We're not fighting against France. That's not worth even trying to fight right now.
Comandi.
You changed it a lot. I'm getting confused. Alright, what's going on here? Their org is holding pretty well, but we have a lot of divisions in reserve, but our attack kind of sucks. Let's take a look at our unit template here. What are we attacking with? We're attacking with a lot of infantry. Banda indigena irregolari. I don't know what that means. Division di Fanteria, infantry division. What's their width? 12 combat width. We're playing Italy, that's right. We gotta get that airfield back.
Pronto all'azione.
Hit him. We gotta take that airfield. Yep. If we break that line here, we're attacking from multiple directions here. Attacking multiple tiles there. We have
Comandi.
you attack there. Hit him on multiple directions. Hitting from 2 tiles onto 1 gives you a huge advantage. See, because you have attacking from multiple directions there. It will widen the combat width. It basically spreads their forces thin because you're coming from 2 freaking directions. Nice, Salt. That's awesome.
Formazione. Avanzate.
Pronto. Not enough manpower or equipment to fill the garrisons. Okay. I don't want to withdraw. No. There's really no good decisions in there just yet. We're at limited conscription and impartial mobilization. Okay, we don't have a manpower equipment because we're trying to build back the guns. We can't re-equip them fast enough. So, what's our logistics tab? We're down 1,300 guns. So we're having trouble resupplying, but we're plus on support equipment. So these guys should stay pretty well equipped. We did take a tile from what I can tell there.
Andiamo!
Andiamo.
Sì, signore.
What's the supply looking like? We're in decent supply down here. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, let's start. Not enough special forces cap for mountain division. Alright, we'll train regular units. Train regular units down there in Sicily. We're gonna have trouble supplying them with infantry equipment because our infantry equipment is stretched thin from the war effort, but we do need reinforcement. We have to expand the army if we're gonna take more territory like this.
Pronto, signore.
What are you producing again? We are missing... I'm making Carcanos, support equipment, light tanks, and a lot of trucks. And as we build up mill factories, we'll fill in infantry equipment and supply equipment. We have missing stuff that my planes need. We are missing stuff that my Air Force needs. We need more of these. I think that's an Aermacchi, I think. And we're missing medium airframes as well. I'll tee those up in construction, I guess. We're gonna need more mill factories here. No, I don't want that much. We just want to go one at a time for now. Are you covering the nav suppressor at 2 p.m.? I should be. Maybe? I don't know. The Ethiopians are we're hitting them on multiple tiles and they have no org. We should be able to take this pretty easily. We are getting a little bit bogged down. Do we have any bad modifiers? Industrial reconstruction. Military industry. Okay. Regio Esercito. Oh yeah, we have some pretty bad modifiers to our troops, but I don't think it's as bad as the Ethiopians. Uh-oh, the Rhineland. I'm gonna pause for a second and figure this out. Naval power projection. Okay, we gotta... Yeah, it really depends on... This whole tree depends on how well we do here. That'll screw with the balance of power. So, it depends on how well we can fight in Ethiopia. It looks like the whole tree... The whole focus tree is really kind of dependent on how well you do there. Modify reconstruction industriale. Ricostruzioni industriali. By military factory construction speed 2 plus 250. Power plants, civilian factory speed plus 5. Military factory 2 plus 5. Or 2.50. Railway innovations. That upgrades the railways. That's just straight to military factories. I'm gonna go with army primacy. Hey, wait. No, he doesn't have a mustache. Look at that jawline. Look at that jaw. He doesn't need no mustache. No, still a dick. Okay, we're gonna retake that tile. They are falling back. We are doing particularly well here. They are holding out pretty well up there, though.
Forza, forza!
Creeper, I just started this game about 30 minutes ago. We're still... Yeah, we're still kind of down. Okay. Let's... Yeah, not good. Set that there. Set that up there. Slow down the trucks and go up there as much as we can. We need guns. We need guns. We can't fight without guns. Unless we want to run at them. Success! We have them on the run! Italy moves to annex the Sultanate of Ausa. Rumors swirling around the annexation of Sultan by Italian forces might be intimate. This was inevitable. Gets event. We can deal with it later. No, we have to keep going.
Sì, signore. Preparatevi. Pronto, signore. Avanti!
So they're attacking us over here, we're beating them, and then we're attacking them from the side. If this attack if that defense holds, this attack should go better.
Formazione. Pronto, signore.
Okay, hold on that on the 5 divisions. We'll let them regroup and have the other divisions attack. Get in there. Yeah, no, it's pretty good. $10 for Hearts of Iron. Can't complain. Dude, this game, even without the DLCs, is still pretty dang good. We do have the airfield back, so let me send... I'm going to keep the CAS division up there. We need an air superiority division down here, and then fight... Once they get down there, we'll have them move into support mode here. It's almost needed? Yeah. Alright, we gained air superiority there. Not that it's going to do much. We don't have much CAS up here. See, it's cool because they're flying through here now. They'll provide close air support while they're flying through, which is actually pretty neat.
Pronto all'azione.
These guys need to keep moving. We have to wait until that division gets into place here.
Attento.
Ausa seems to have surrendered pretty... They kind of didn't really put up much of a fight here. But they are trying to move onto one of our tiles. You got to move over there. That guy's trying to make an advance.
Vi respingiamo, signore.
Okay.
Avanti!
We have them outnumbered. We're attacking 2 and 2 on 2 tiles. They have 2 divisions defending a single tile. We haven't kind of it's not an encirclement bonus, but it's not bad. They're okay. We're winning there. See, you can always tell if the arrow's going this way, that means we're attacking. If the arrow's coming towards us, that means we're defending. Red means you're losing. Yellow means it's kind of a push, stalemate. Green means you're winning. So if it's green 62, that means we're pretty favorable. But the outcome is still kind of... See how it's hovering between yellow? Because they are resupplying. They're resupplying their troops over there. See how these numbers keep changing? The soft and hard attack keep going back up because they have divisions. Now, our big problem, once again, is that we are not making enough guns. We need more guns to sustain this. We have no logistics behind us. So, we have what we have.
Pronto, signore.
See, they can't defend over here. They have an open tile, so we're gonna see if we can go around and encircle them and get to Avis Ababa right there. We'll see if we can encircle. Encirclement would be really, really good for us, especially if we cut them off from a port. See that train track right there? We got to get that train track. We did move to another tile over here, which is good. These guys can provide CAS over here. And we do have air superiority in the region. I have other productions cut as much as I can, except for supply equipment. We can pump it up over there and set it down to 1, but then we're going to lose support equipment. I might just delete the light tank chassis for now. Passing. Why not convoy raid the sea to help slow their supply? We could do that as well. I haven't really organized the Navy yet here, but I could... Give me... Campioni, and send... See, I'm not sure where they're getting their supply from. They could be going through France, through Djibouti right there, but that's what makes this kind of difficult. We can't really convoy raid out here, because I'm not sure where they're getting supplies from. It's got to be indigenous. They got to be getting supplies from their factories in their area.
Si, signore.
Supplies come from the capital. Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be slow progress. But we are making... We gotta get these victory points. These victory points will screw them. Okay, we're doing okay. That attack is not going very well. You try to see if you can reinforce there. We have free dockyards for you, Jim. We are not making any convoy ships. I'm gonna move plane production up above ships so I can see what, like, and stuff. Alright, we got Army Primacy unlocked. Division Org +5, Division Recovery +5, Infantry Defense +5. Bandits War. What does Bandits War do? Org loss when moving -15, so that'll make us faster on our feet. Division Speed +5. That makes us move faster. This makes... that's an overall. Yeah, okay, passing. Yeah, we'll do. We'll do. I'm trying to think what would be... What do we want here? If we need to move fast, Bandits War would probably be what we want. Are you going to go to the Cringe Show at 2 p.m., also known as the NASA Teleconference? If you guys want me to, sure. There's a lot of revamped stuff. Plane designer, Tessa, they kind of redid some of the infantry combat, so it makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, actually pretty cool. It's alright, Nick. I figured. 175% cost reduction for Grand Battle Plan Doctrine. Mobile warfare. This favors mobile warfare. We really gonna need... Yeah, that's right. We need munitions. That's right. It's about SLS rollback. Yep.
Formazione.
Okay.
Pronto.
Those guys are drilling up. They're doing okay. These guys are doing okay. They're leveling up by themselves.
Attento! Andiamo!
Take that tile. We want to try to encircle them. If we can sandwich these guys, we'll get them. But it's, yeah, we got to be careful because see, we're not getting the guns. They're not getting the guns as fast as they need to. We're plus 30 to attrition because our supply stats is 29%. So they have limited resources to attack, which is why we're stalling.
Attento!
We could let those divisions regroup and hit them straight up there. Trying to see if there's an open tile anywhere.
Avanti!
No, not really. Which style? No, we're not that guy. Doctrines are available. Grand Battle Plan would be probably good, but Mobile Warfare Doctrine would probably be good too. We really need to be fast on our feet. There's a lot of territory to cover. Let's go fast on our feet. Let's see what that does. Do we have the points to do it? We do. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see how that works. See if that does anything. No, we can't do that. We have a little bit of PP. Mobile Warfare is great for encirclements in open terrain. Grand Battle Plan is still slow and steady. Yeah, I got you, Floating. I want to see if we can move fast on our feet here. Let's abandon the naval treaty. Let's see what that gets us.
Avanzate!
The capital is open. The capital is open. They don't have anybody on the capital tile. Hold on.
Ordini.
You go there. Lock that unit in. Oh.
Ordini.
All right, no. You lock that guy into a fight there, even if you lose. Take the capital tile. Addis Ababa is open. They don't have anybody on it. We can take that capital city and then reinforce. What if we take the capital, guys? Their whole front will collapse. That's where they're getting supplies from. No one will be able to resupply. Screw the naval treaty. We don't need that.
Formazione.
Screw you.
Andiamo!
Okay, we're about to see a victory on the south there.
Comandi.
I need you to attack
Avanzate.
there. You attack there. I'm doing a little bit of micromanaging here over the entire grand battle plan, but now those units that stood out and had some time to... I had those 5 units kind of chill for a second and regroup, and now they're fully equipped. It took them a second, but they're fully re-equipped. We're still down on weapons, like big time. Nope. Anybody gonna lend lease me? Nope, he doesn't want to. Just delete some mainland divisions. We could do that to free up the weapons stockpile.
Sì, signore.
You could bring some fresh divisions down there. Well, you don't want too many divisions squeezed into a small front like that. Your unit width needs to really represent your front width. If you try to jam a lot of divisions in there, they're not going to be supplied correctly. Basically, you have to have the right supplies for the right width on the front. We're actually pretty healthy here. The only problem is we're not producing enough weapons. So the attack is going slow because we have the upper hand, but they can produce weapons faster than we can. Or, well, they're getting weapons a little bit faster than we are because their capital is right there. But if we tell these two groups right there and to attack Addis Ababa, we should be able to take it. And if we take it, these guys will get in. They'll basically be the equivalent of encircled. A bunch of red exclamation points will pop up next to them because they won't have any supply. And we almost got it. That unit's going to retreat off the tile. We took the capital. Now let's see if they start getting oh, they moved their capital. Dang. Okay. Hey Chris, 25-month resub. Thoughts go out to the west coast of Florida. Thoughts go out to the west coast of Florida for you and battling down with y'all. Yeah, guys, be safe. Don't screw around with that. Right? Stop training your troops. Yeah, we could do that. They're all pretty much leveled up anyway.
Formazione. Pronto all'azione.
Yep. Zavak, yeah. I wanted to get them level up on the mainland, but yes, you're right. That's gonna screw with it. That's gonna help me with my guns. We're down 7.3k. We're also down on arty. Slightly down on airplanes. Yeah, we gotta be careful here. This front can collapse very quickly if we're not supporting it correctly.
Avanzate!
The southern front stalls. What are you talking about? We need a change in leadership, a staggering failure. War escalation increases by 1. Political power minus 15. Gain base war support minus 3. I don't know. The Abyssian fiasco? This isn't a fiasco. We're doing quite good. We took the capital. This is super contingent over here. Damn. I couldn't get them reinforced in time. We can't get solid progress. I don't want either of those. Get this off the screen. Screw that. I'm not picking. Fight me.
Li respingiamo, signore! Li respingiamo, signore! Formazione! Avanzate!
It'll auto-pick eventually, yeah. Hopefully we can kind of belay that. I don't think we're stalling at all. This is we're doing quite well. This is better than they did in real life, jeez.
Ordini?
Hit him right there. We gotta go for Harar now.
Continuate l'attacco!
Yes, we want tacos, I agree.
Ordini?
Hit that tile. Hit. We got it. They surrendered. Bingo. What do you mean I don't meet the requirements? The hell with you.
Attento!
Everybody hold. Yeah, yeah, Luigi, we just got it, man. Is there any... What do you mean? I missed it by like a day. You gotta be kidding me. We're on mobile doctrine, so Bandits War is what we want. We missed it by a freaking day. So what happens with our political tech tree? Okay, that's me trying to check this out here. Yeah, what happens now? No, I'm interested to see what happens. I'm kind of curious. We took it, but we took it like a day late. What is it? What do we do now? It gave me Abyssinian fiasco. Oh, frick you! Oh, come on! A day late and a lira short. Oh, what the hell, man? No. Let's see where that gets us. Let's try that. Oh, we can't do it. It won't let us do it. Oh yeah, we broke this. Oh, we're already doing a focus. I'm stupid. Yeah, I didn't break anything. I'm just an idiot. Don't mind me. Yeah, it just came out. Yep. And I have to remember how to play, dude. I haven't played in a long time.
Comandi.
Comandi. Huh. Now what do we do? It's publicly declared the Abyssinians are crushed and on the run. Their will broken after the defeat. Privately, though, he curses the Abyssinians through their resistance and defiance towards Italian rule. He's given the order to crack down on local opposition with brute force and to institute laws to keep the population in check. He wants the entire country pacified and brought to the Italian fold as soon as possible. I think I broke this because I didn't choose. They're haunting the map. You could still win by 1955. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. My grandmother was 11 years old living in Genoa in this day in game. Yeah, mine was in Parma, up here. That's where my mother's side of the family comes from, right there. Interesting.
Formazione.
What a load of baloney.
Comandi.
Okay. I can't believe we missed it by a day. That's ridiculous. What economy? Limited exports right now. We're on limited conscription. And on partial mobilization there. No, stay on partial. That's fine.
Discovery,
You should
go
go
and throttle up.
war economy? Hey, Gald! Gifted sub to everything is terrible. Thanks, man. Hey, Shortline. What's going on? It's just better. Yeah. Alright. We'll see where that takes us. Taking a day off. We've got another mill factory that's almost ready to go. Yeah, I think I broke this. But after we complete Bandits no, after we complete Bandits War, I think we'll be able to go down the center route. 154.
Attento!
Just gotta get all these units up to 2 LT. What about you guys?
Ordini.
Most of those guys are up there, so we'll just finish doing that. It's gonna use some of our guns, but we should be able to get all this stabilized by the time the next Boogaloo goes down. We got Artie and support weapons. Anti-tank. I don't think we're gonna necessarily be dealing with anti-tank. We wanna start going up the naval tree here, especially with guns. Torps. Torps. I always like going dispersed. Isn't there a NASA suppressor in 5 minutes? Yeah. Yeah, short line, yeah. Alright, I'll hit the save button here.